We will now go into details of how to operate the BaoFeng UV-16 Pro. Turning on the power,
Frequency mode,
setting the volume. I'll draw your attention to the keypad. There are four main keys down here besides the numerical keypad. It's the menu button, the up and down button, and the exit button. The menu button allows you to access the sub-menus, and the top and up and down arrows allows you to scroll through the various options or the various sub-menus available. Exit basically takes you back to the home page. The menu button also allows you not only to go access into the sub-menus, but also for you to select a particular sub-menu and for you to confirm a particular selection within the sub-menu. So press menu, goes in the sub-menu, also confirms or selects a particular option, chooses the option using the up and down arrows, and exit to cancel or to go back to the home page. Let's talk a bit about the keypad, the display up here. Pressing this button will go to the channel mode and the frequency mode. Frequency mode, as we have mentioned earlier, allows you to manually key in any particular frequency you like.
channel mode,
But going to the channel mode is already presets. If you see up here, there is already
1,
a small number here saying 1 and 22. It means that the top line is on channel 1 and the bottom line is on channel 22, which is a preset. By pressing the top arrow, I'm scrolling up from channel 1 to channel 2 and channel 3 and so on.
2, 3, 4,
If I want to change the bottom selection, I switch the small dot to the bottom by pressing the A and B button. Now you see the small dot on the bottom line, and I can change
2, 1,
the channels
2, 0,
similarly.
1, 9,
If I press up, it increments
2, 0,
the selection.
2, 1,
There's already 22 channels preset inside there,
2, 2,
so after 22 it goes back to 1.
1,
Next, we will talk in more details about how to go into the sub-menus. If I am now press the menu button, not press and hold, just pressing and let go, I go into the first sub-menu. This is the squelch mode, and there are many modes available where you can find the details inside the instruction manual. This is transmission power. If I were to change the high power setting to a low power setting, I will select with pressing menu,
power,
and the dot goes to the high. I press it, it will then scroll through the high and low power settings. If I'm happy with the high power setting, I press menu to confirm it.
confirm,
If I press up and down, I'm scrolling through the next sub-menu. For example, every time I press, I hear a beep. If I do not like the beep sound, I press menu to select the beep sub-menu,
beep prompt,
and then I can press up and down to scroll through the various options. If I like it off, I switch it to off and I press confirm to select this option. Now as I press, the beep sound disappears. Another one is important is the time over transmission, or TOT. What this means is that if you were to press to talk and you will communicate with your friends and it takes longer than 60 seconds, you will automatically terminate the transmission after 60 seconds. This is an important feature where there is a scenario where you may leave the walkie-talkie in your pocket and accidentally press on this press to talk button. And because it was inadvertent, you do not know that you are constantly pressing and jamming that network or that frequency. By doing that, none of your fellow participants in the same frequency is able to communicate each other. But because there's a time limit
menu,
of 60 seconds in this case, this transmission or this inadvertent pressing of the transmission button will stop after 60 seconds, allows other people to get into the channel and continue communicating. However, the person who has still inadvertently left the walkie-talkie press to talk button pressed because it was inside his pocket will still not be able to hear any transmission because the press to talk button is still being pressed. This number can be set.
Menu.
For example, I'm in TOT, I press menu
Transmit over time.
to select, and I can toggle through the different timing selections available, 45, 30 and so on. A good number will be somewhere between 30 to 60 seconds.
Confirm.
Scrolling upwards, I'll go to something more important, which is this. RCTCS. R stands for receive, CTCS is a code. There's another one which is transmit, CTCS. So in this example, you'll notice that the CTCS code is 69.3. What this means is that even though you're on this frequency 452.125, with this code 69.3, this main frequency and this code would mean you are able to communicate with people with the same frequency and on the same code.
Menu.
For any instance, if you had a friend,
CTCSF.
you had a friend who had the same frequency but set the CTCS off, for example, he will not be able to hear you because the subcode, or in this case the code, is a different code. So it's important
CTCSF.
to set the CTCS to be exactly the same 69.3 as your other participants in this network.
Confirm.
Another point is important to know that the transmission and the receiving CTCS must be the same code, else the communications could be one way. One way meaning that A can transmit to B, but B cannot transmit back to A because the receive and transmit code is not the same.
Menu.
Moving forward, there's a host of other little subcodes, sub-menus you can adjust. I'll bring up some important ones. Let's take a look at this one. MDFA, frequency. What this means is that the top line is called A and the bottom line is called B. If you had a name for this particular channel,
2.
let's say the
1.
channel name is called Blue, and you decided
Menu.
to change line B to name, in this case name, as you can see now,
Confirm.
you notice that the bottom line is called 001. But the frequency is still the same. So if you change it back to show frequency,
Confirm.
it will now show the frequency is on. This is a good feature where you may not remember the frequency that you are going to use, but you only remember the name, which is example blue frequency, red frequency, green frequency. So you could just have to save this particular channel preset as green frequency or blue frequency. Moving forward,
Menu.
you also have this one called the auto lock feature. The auto lock feature is good where it allows you to lock the keypad
Confirm.
after approximately 5 seconds. If you do not touch the keypad after 5 seconds, the keypad will be locked.
Lock.
As you can see now, it's not locked. I press the menu button, it doesn't allow me to get in to the menu. In fact, any button I press, nothing happens. This feature is good when you are communicating or using a walkie-talkie with somebody who is not familiar with using the walkie-talkie. Example, a child, or a first-time user. Now in this case, if the person accidentally press one of the channel up buttons, he would actually be switching from channel 1 to channel 2 or channel 1 to channel 22, for example. Now he will be on a different frequency, and this will be bad because he will not be able to hear or communicate with anybody. And if it's a particular scenario, he may be lost. So it will be a good idea to lock the keypad in such situations. To unlock the keypad is a fairly simple way. All you need to do is press the unlock button, which is the bottom right button here. Press and hold it for 3 seconds.
Unlock.
Once you've unlocked it, you can control
2.
it again.
3. 2.
To prevent this auto lock function,
Menu.
go back into the auto lock menu select it to off, press menu to confirm it,
Confirm.
and there's no auto lock function anymore. Next one will be the memory channel and the delete channel. Memory channel allows you to save a channel. Delete channel allows you to delete a channel that's already been saved. Let me give you an example. I will be going to the frequency mode, which means manual frequency control,
Frequency mode.
and I'm going to key in the frequency 4444444. And right now, I want to save it in a particular channel. So I go to menu and memory channel. I press
Memory channel.
menu to select. I toggle up all the way to 23. As you notice, as I go through the different presets, there's already a CH showing on the left. That is because there's already a channel that's been pre-saved there. If you go to 23, you'll notice the CH disappears because the space at the preset at channel 23 is empty. If I press menu now,
Receiving memory.
I have just saved the frequency as channel 23. If I were to go back to preset,
Channel mode.
you will notice that it shows channel 23 on the right side and that same frequency,
1, 2, 3.
the same frequency which I keyed in just now, which is 444.445.
Menu.
Now, how do you use the delete function? If I wanted to save the top frequency, which is on the top line, which is A line, I press frequency mode,
Frequency mode.
I go to A here, and I want to save it under channel
Menu.
23.
Delete channel.
If you notice, as I go up to channel 23, the CH is still there because it's telling me something is there. If I were to go and try to save that frequency
Memory channel.
under channel 23, it will not be saved there because it's already been taken. It will not overwrite.
Transmitting memory.
It looked like something happened, but nothing did.
Channel mode.
If you notice, channel 23 is still the 444.445
Frequency mode.
as compared to the 155 which I was trying to save. So to save 155 in channel 23,
Menu.
I need to first delete channel 23.
Delete channel.
Select 23 and then press menu to confirm it.
Confirm.
Now you notice the word channel or CH in front of 23 has disappeared. If I go back to the memory channel,
Memory channel.
I can go and save it inside the slot of channel 23 and you will notice the CH disappearing there. It's empty now. I press menu
Receiving memory.
and I get out. 155.5 is the frequency for channel 23. I press the frequency and channel mode
Channel mode.
and you notice it's 23 and it's now 155. Moving forward,
Menu.
I can also change the different kind of LED backlights, whether is it purple or blue. So when you're receiving, it will change to blue. This is the LED for transmission. It's orange. So if I press the top button, which means I'm transmitting, the backlight will be orange. I can similarly change this
Menu.
color.
Backlight selection.
I can change it to orange.
Confirm.
Now when I press, it's orange.
Menu.
So as you can see, there's a total of 41 different submenus. And for more information, the best way you can look through the instruction user manual that is supplied with the walkie-talkie. The full submenus are all listed inside there. Thank you. I hope you had a good understanding of this walkie-talkie. Feel free to review it and contact us if you need any additional advice.